So, very good evening to all of you. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, is organized World Record Series 2. Today is 208th day of the series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is Honorable Dr. Prakash Bansode, sir. So, first of all, I welcome to you, sir, for the dais. I welcome the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M.M. Bedkar, sir. I welcome the colleagues from my college and all dear and sweet participants. The topic for today's presentation is batting with cancer. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Honorable Dr. Prakash Bansode, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce Honorable Sir, who is an Associate Professor serving at the Department of Chemistry, who is from Sangola, Mahavidyalaya, Sangola, District, Solapur. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, sir, please start your presentation on the topic batting with cancer. You are most welcome. Sir, please unmute yourself and talk.
You are unmuted, sir, but sound system what you have chosen that headphone, it might be not installed or not selected. So that problem.
Yes, am I audible now, sir?
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes. Just give me a minute. I will share my presentation. Is screen visible to all, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's visible.
Okay. I will make it in full. Okay. So we will start. Good evening to all of you. First, I want to give a big congratulations to the Honorable Principal Dr. M.M. Bedkar, sir, for the World Record Series, second World Record Series of the webinars, and all the staff of the Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya, District Latur. And also I want to give the vote of thanks for giving me opportunity to present my topic over here to the Honorable Principal Dr. M.M. Bedkar, sir, for Prashant Ugde, sir, for introducing myself, and all the staff of Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa, Latur. Myself, Dr. Prakash Bansode, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Sangola, Mahavidyalaya, Sangola, District Solapur of Maharashtra. So this is the outline of the presentation. First, we will discuss about classification of diseases in broad terms, then cancer terminology and what is the definition of cancer, what are the evidences and history of the cancer, then what are the major types and what are the causes of cancer, then treatment of cancer, and then cell cycle and clinical importance of cell cycle in cancer. And finally, I will show some slides about my research work, which is based on the anti-cancer drug design. Classification of diseases. We all know that diseases are classified broadly into two types. That is, one is communicable, which include the infectious diseases. That means the diseases which are caused by the microorganisms, bacteria, then viruses and fungi. Just a couple of years ago, we witnessed the lockdown and pandemic of the COVID-19, which was caused by SARS-CoV-2. So it was the communicable. What happened in last few decades, we thought that we have conquered almost infectious diseases, and then the pandemic, suddenly the pandemic started about the SARS-CoV-2, which was the pulmonary virus, which was the pulmonary virus. But nowadays, the major challenges are the lifestyle diseases. So examples are cancer, then diabetes, then heart disease. Heart disease is the major, or it is the first cause of the mortality worldwide in humans. Then second is cancer. So here I have shown this diagram. So there are these are the lifestyle diseases, that is diabetes, then cancer, anxiety, thyroid, obesity, PCOS, then heart disease, hormonal imbalance. All this is caused due to the processed food, then unhealthy diet, stress, lack of sleep, then smoking and alcohol, lack of socializing, inactivity, that is sedentary lifestyle. So this is the classification of diseases. Now coming to the point, cancer. So what is the terminology cancer? Hippocrates in for the era 370 to 460 BC, he coined the Greek term. Cancer comes from the Greek term carcinos or carcinoma. Okay, so the term carcinos or carcinoma means these projections which arises from the cancer and which resembles the crab's claws. Okay, so this was the first term coined. Celsus, which was the Roman physiologist, which again in 28 to 50 BC, he gave this converted Greek term into Latin term, where cancer means crab's claws. Okay, so this is a very painful disease, and there is a tremendous pain as every organ is bite by crab's claws. So the painful disease was given the name cancer. Then Galen, which was the Roman physiologist in the era 130 to 200 AD, he coined the Greek term cancer means onkos, which means the swelling or tumor. Okay, and nowadays these terms are popular. That is, the study of cancer is called oncology, and the cancer surgeons are called oncologists. Then coming to the definition, cancer is an uncontrolled, unregulated growth of cells, and which is also called the process of cell proliferation. Okay, so there is the normal our growth or reproduction purpose, the cells keeps on dividing. Okay, and when that control is lost, the cells, normal cells, are converted into cancerous cells. Then what is the history or evidences of cancer? Signs of cancer are found on the bones of mummies from ancient Egypt and Peru, dating back to 3000 BC. So cancer is not a new disease. We thought that diabetes and cancer, these are the new diseases, but they have affected the humanity since antiquity, or from the ancient old ages. The Edwin Smith Paribus, which was the oldest written description of the cancer which existed, it described 8 cases of the breast tumors in Egypt, and which was treated by the cauterization. This cauterization is the process where the tumors are destroyed either using chemicals or by using heat. So Egyptians were using that therapy probably in the 7th century. However, the document also states that there was no treatment for cancer. So as we have nowadays chemotherapy, radiation therapy, targeted therapies, there were no such profound therapies for cancer. The original documents written in 3000 BC was acquired in 1862 by the Edwin Smith at Egypt. Okay, so these are the evidences of cancer. Also, the oldest available specimen of human cancer is found in the remains of the skull of a female who lived during the Bronze Age, and which was the era 1900 to 1600 BC. Okay, the tumor in the woman's skulls was the suggestive of head and neck cancer. Also in India or in Maharashtra nowadays, we are having the major incidences of head and neck cancer. So this is again a very old age cancer which was prior to BC. Okay, the mummified skeletal remains of Peruvian Incas dating 2400 years ago, they contained abnormalities in the bones, which was the implication of the skin cancer, that is malignant melanoma. So skin cancer is again old age cancer. Also the fossilized bones which were found in ancient Egypt, those show the evidences of cancer. So cancer is not a new disease, it has affected humanity from antiquity. Generally, statistics of cancer is one of the leading causes of human deaths globally, and it has been estimated that 8.2 million, which is again will likely rise to 13 million per year worldwide till 2030. So it is the major cause of morbidity and mortality up to the 2030 and onwards. And this statistics is general statistics given by NCI, that is National Cancer Institute USA, CDC, that is Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and American Chemical Society. Cancer is not a single disease, it is a mixture of diseases, or we can say it is a complex mixture of more than 200 diseases. Also, this disease has a potential to metastasize. That means this disease can spread from one organ to all organs in the body. So that process is called metastasis, and it can invade to all body parts. And that's why it is called cancer or crab's claws. It can move into the blood or lymphatic system in the body and invade to all body parts, and it causes the tremendous pain there and affect the function of that organ. So tremendous efforts have been devoted in the field of research in the treatment of cancer. What are the major types of cancers, global and national incidences, considering global and national incidences? As I have stated that cancer is not a single disease, it is a mixture of more than 200 diseases. Also, there are more than 200 types of cancer, including all organs, their types and subtypes. But the major four most common types of the cancer worldwide, one is the female breast cancer in females. Breast cancer is also encountered in males, but it is very less common. Okay, more frequently it is found in females. Then lung cancer, then bowel cancer, or we can say gastric cancer, cancers of the digestive system. Then prostate cancer, which is again the major cancer in aged males, the males which are above 50 and 55. So it has been estimated that 28 million new cases of cancer will be detected year by year up to 2040. If we will project at our national scenario, the 5 most common cancers in India are the lung cancer, then oral cavity cancer due to tobacco chewing is the major region in India, then cervical cancer, again one of the cancer in female, breast cancer in female, and stomach cancer. So these are the different types of ribbons are used for the indication of this cancer as a symbol. For example, pink color ribbon is for the breast cancer. Okay. So major types of cancer. Cancer is broadly divided into 5 categories. First is the adenocarcinoma. Adenocarcinoma or carcinoma. Carcinoma, these are the tumors, or these are the masses of the cells which are formed in the inner or outer linings of the organs. Okay, so they are divided from their cells of the origin. They are divided into adenocarcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma. So these are the subtypes. These types are based on which types of cells they originate. Sarcoma is the cancer of the bones or soft tissues or cartilages or fats or muscles, okay, or tendons. So this sarcoma is the most painful cancer where there are tremendous pains in the bone. Then lymphoma, these are the cancers of immune system where the abnormal colonies of the white blood cells are discharged into the blood, okay, or lymphatic system. Leukemias, these are the blood cancer where there is abnormal population of the blood cells. Adenoma is the type of cancer where there is cancer to some glands, say pituitary gland which is present in the blood, in the brain, then salivary glands which are present in the neck, then thyroid glands which are present in the neck part. All these glands secrete some kind of secretion. As lungs, they secrete mucus, or prostate gland in males which secrete prostatic fluid. Okay, so produces milk. So all these glands are suffered by the cancer, which is called adenoma. Now, the cancerous cells lead to the formation of a solid mass, which is called tumors. Tumors are of two types. One is benign and another is malignant. Benign tumors are less harmful or non-dangerous forms of the cancer, as we are having warts or moles on our skin, which can be easily surgically removed and they are not again formed. But malignant tumors, the tumors are transformed into the malignant tumors by the process of metastasis, and these are the dangerous forms of the cancer, where the cancerous cells spread to each part of the body, every organ of the body, and stop their function and causes tremendous pains. So these are the major types of cancer. Then I will move to the next slide, that is largest tumor found in human body worldwide. According to the Guinness World Record, the biggest tumor ever removed intact from the human body, that weighed 303 pounds, that is 303 pounds, which was again 137.6 kilogram, and measured 3 feet, that is 1 meter in diameter. So this is the largest tumor which has been safely removed, and that was removed at Stanford University Medical Center in California by the Professor Catherine O'Hanlon. Then I have not given here pictures. The pictures are very horrible. There is a man in China which is called Elephant Man of China, which was having a tumor to his nose, and that tumor weighs 25 kilograms. Okay, so in India also Elephant Man is there in India. So these tumors, facial tumors, grow up to 20 to 25 kilograms and cover overall face of that person. Or there are some ovarian tumor. For example, this picture, this is a 50 kilogram tumor which was removed from the ovary of a female in the Apollo Hospital in New Delhi. Also 35 kilogram tumor has been recently removed from a ovary of a female in Coimbatore. So this is a very deadly disease. What are the causes of cancer? People are interested to know what are the causes of cancer. As per concerning, when any plane crashes, we need to seek its black box. If you one want to know what is the reason behind the plane crash, then there is all recording in black box. The cause of cancer is a black box. It is the output of the combination of several intrinsic and extrinsic factors. Intrinsic factors means factors which are present inside our body, and extrinsic factors means some climatic factors or outside factors. Let us discuss one by one. There are some genetic factors. Genetics is very important in cancer. One, as this is a lifestyle disease, once it enters in your genetics or your family, the next generations generally have 30% more risk of getting cancer. So this is related to genetics. Genetic factors are responsible. In our body, there are genes called proto-oncogenes, and these proto-oncogenes are in inactive form in our body. But when they come in the contact of several physical or chemical carcinogens, that means those substances which can cause cancer, these proto-oncogenes can be converted into oncogenes, and oncogenes are the actual genes which cause cancer. Okay, these oncogenes activate some oncoproteins, and these proteins further then give the signal to the cells to divide. There are some also control mechanisms in our body as tumor suppressor genes. There are several genes in the P series like P53 which are called guardians of our cell cycle. So these, when there is a mechanism in which the cancer is progressing in the body, these tumor suppressor genes are activated and they stop the cancer. Further, there are suicide genes. The activation of suicide genes allow the cell to commit suicide and to stop the cancer. Also, there are DNA repair genes which can repair damage to the DNA and they protect from the cancer. Okay. Then we will move to the next cause, that is carcinogens. Carcinogens are the substances which can induce the cancer. They either may be chemicals or they may be physical moieties. There is a list of hundreds of thousands of chemicals which can cause the cancer, as asbestos, then nickel is there, then arsenic is there, bisphenol A, which is BPA DNA which is present in the plastic. So we should avoid the taking hot drinks in plastic cups. Okay, otherwise we will ingest the quantities of the BPA and we will get the cancer. So asbestos, variety of chemicals are there, volatile organic solvents. List is big list there. So these chemical carcinogens can change the structure of DNA, which is called mutation, and one can get the cancer. Okay, there are also some physical agents like radiations, maybe ionizing radiations like gamma rays, X-rays, which are the powerful radiations and which can change the structure of DNA and get into the cells into the mutation. There are some non-ionizing radiations also, ultraviolet B light. So it can also it is also powerful light. So which can again change the structure of DNA. Very important factor is the age. As the age increases, the risk of cancer increases, and the age as the age grows above 50 and 60, the risk of cancer is doubled or tripled. Okay. However, it has been seen that this is in general, but cancer can occur at any stage. There are some carcinogens also, biological carcinogens. I forgot to mention this biological portion. Apologize for that. Biological carcinogens are there. Some plant metabolites which are responsible, nicotine which is present in the tobacco, or reserpine. Some plant substances are also causing cancer. Some oncogenic viruses, some viruses like Epstein-Barr virus which can causes lymphoma. Then there are viruses called HPV, human papilloma virus, which can causes the cancer of gonads or sex organs. Lifestyle is very important. Lifestyle, as this is a lifestyle disease, the inactive lifestyle, lack of physical motility, lack of exercise has been related to the development of cancer. Then nutrition choices are very important. The lack of proper nutrition choices, high calorie diet, then diet with the preservatives, lack of diet with green vegetables, fruits, as it provides antioxidants. So poor nutrition choices results into the development of cancer. Immune system is also very important. Those people who have strong immune system, which are less prone to the cancer, but the people with weak immune system are more prone to the cancers. So immune system is also very important factor. Then what are the treatments of cancer? Surgery is the prime treatment which has been used from the 7th century for the removal of the breast tumors. But what is the drawback? Surgeon is unable to distinguish between which are the cancerous cells and which are the normal cells. So number of times the cancerous cells still remain there and they cause the recurrence. So number of times the patient undergoes surgery and still he develops the tumor. That is the reason, because the normal cells and cancerous cells look very similar. So surgeons do not identify properly and some cells remain there. Okay. Then radiation therapy is there, in which the strong radiations, powerful radiations are used, or radioactive sources are used, cobalt-60 or iodine. So they emit the gamma rays. Radiation therapy are of two types. One is external, that is the radioactive source is kept outside the body of the patient, and internal, that means that radioactive source is kept inside the body near the cancerous cells and which destroyed the cancerous cells. Then chemotherapy, which makes the use of the cytotoxic drugs or chemical drugs to kill the cancerous cells. Again, the drawback is that chemotherapeutic drugs or cytotoxic drugs act on the fastly dividing cells in the body, and not only cancerous cells are the fast dividing cells in the body, but many cells as root follicles which are present at the base of our hairs, then skin cells, then cells present in our digestive system. These are also fastly dividing cells in the body. So these cytotoxic drugs indiscriminately kills normal cells as well as the cancerous cells, and there are the tremendous fatal side effects of the chemotherapy, as there is nasal bleeding, then there is anal bleeding, then irritation in the stomach, irritation in the skin, itching of the skin, irritations in the eye, permanent loss of hair in case of breast cancer females. So tremendous drawbacks are there. Then immunotherapy, which makes the use of the training to the immune system T cells, where the immunomodulators are used, and strength to fight the cancer. Then targeted therapy, in which the small drug molecules or we can say antibodies, monoclonal antibodies are used. This is the more precise therapy, has less side effect, but it is a very costly. One injection of these monoclonal antibodies cost in 1 lakh to 2 lakh, depending upon the stage of the cancer. Then hyperthermia is the new treatment in which the tumors are heated up to the temperature 45 to 47 degrees Celsius using magnetic nanoparticles or some magnetic materials, and their temperature is raised to 45 to 47 degrees Celsius, and there is a death of cancer cells. Again, one of the therapies, anti-angiogenic therapy. When there is angiogenesis, that is the formation of new blood vessels to the tumor grows. Okay, so what is done? This new blood vessel formation is restricted or inhibited by the using of anti-angiogenic agents. There are some natural anti-angiogenic agents as curcumin in the turmeric. Many natural compounds or synthetic anti-angiogenic agents are there which inhibit the new blood vessel formation, so tumors are deprived of the oxygen and nutrients and they shrink in size. Stem cell therapy is there, in which stem cells are used from placenta. Chemotherapy, as we have discussed, there are tremendous side effects. Other side effects or several drawbacks are there. High cost of the treatment is there. Severe side effects are there. Adverse drug reactions are there. Then drug resistance is there. Number of times when cancer is in the beginning stage, at the first stage, problem is that there are no diagnostic tools, or those are not at the common level. There is PET-CT scan which can diagnose in the earlier stage, but it is nowadays not in our hands easily in our country. Okay, so these are the silent killers, cancer or diabetes, and they enter into the third and fourth stage, which are the advanced stages of the cancer. And when you use 4 to 5 drugs, the cancer cell develop the resistance. Okay, so poor patient compliance, these are the drawbacks. So cell cycle, I will not go in technical details as we are having the speakers from diverse areas. So cell cycle, we know one cell divides into 2, 2 into 4, 4 into 8 and so on. But when there is a miscommunication between the cell, the signal is passed to keep dividing and malignant tumor is formed. Cell cycle has several phases like gap 1 phase, gap 2 phase, DNA synthesis, that is a synthesis phase. So there are checkpoints in between these cells. There are checkpoints where also there is DNA repair. When all the control mechanisms are lost, then cancer start to develop. So there are some drugs which act during the specific phases of the cell cycle. So those are called cell cycle specific drugs, and which are having less side effects. But some drugs can act during any phase of the cell cycle, and those cause tremendous side effects. So already we have discussed this, how the cancer hallmarks and molecular mechanism proceeds. There are 4 main types of the anti-cancer drugs. One is the alkylating agents. Alkylating agents is the old category which was developed during World War II, primarily as the warfare, chemical warfare. Then they found use into the cancer therapy. But these are the cell cycle non-specific drugs. They are subcategories, example of the marketed drugs, but they are having tremendous side effects. Then antimetabolites, these are the analogs of the purine and pyrimidine bases of the DNA, like folic acid, then purine bases, pyrimidine bases. These are the names of certain marketed drugs. So these are the small molecules. Some antibiotics are used in the treatment of cancer. Several plant products are found to be very useful, like vinca alkaloid, vincrustin and vinblastine, which are isolated from the plant periwinkle. Then taxane is again a plant product, Chinese tree, isolated from the Chinese tree. Semi-synthetic derivatives, paclitaxel, docetaxel, epiphodophyllotoxin, these are the natural products. Anti-hormonal agents are used, monoclonal antibodies are used, and some miscellaneous like platinum compounds are used. So as we have discussed, the chemotherapy drugs are having tremendous side effects. So I took my PhD topic to design the safer drugs which will be having less side effects for the cancer, and which will kill cancer cells only. So these are the recent publications. Recently we published this paper which was based on the use of nanomagnetite, that is magnetic nanoparticles, and N-heterocyclic carbon gold complex. We have used ferrocene as the moiety, which is nowadays commonly used in anti-cancer drug design. So it is having non-toxic. So this was the paper published recently in 2030, 1 month ago. So it was published in July in Research on Chemical Intermediates, which is published from USA. Then in Results in Chemistry, we have reported 15 new molecules which are found to be effective against the breast cancer. Then again some molecules which were published from the journal Molecules, which is published from Switzerland. We have reported several molecules on the breast cancer. This is one of the oldest journal called Inorganica Chimica Acta, which is the publication of the Elsevier. The journal is from 1965. We have also published several complexes of the copper, zinc and cadmium, which are found to be useful against the cervical and breast cancer. Then we have published the paper in the Journal of Molecular Structure, where we reported the ridonesinyl chalcones as the compounds, 12 new compounds which are effective against the lung cancer. Then we have reported several complexes like copper, then silver and gold complexes for the treatment of the breast cancer. So this is the MCF7. These are the hormone-dependent breast cancer. There are two types of breast cancer majoritarily. MCF7 is the cell line, which is the hormone-dependent breast cancer, and one is called TNBC, that is triple negative breast cancer, that is a hormone-independent and hard to treat cancer. So this was the first paper published in my PhD in Royal Society of Chemistry, that is potential anti-breast cancer imidines were the moiety. I reported 16 new molecules, and those molecules were screened at Tata Cancer Hospital, Actrek, Kharghar, Navi Mumbai, and 4 molecules are excellent molecules and which will be the lead molecules for the breast cancer. Also we have reported some new molecules which are the lysosomal targeting molecules, which is the emerging area in the anti-cancer drug research. Also we have reported several nutraceuticals, that means the compounds which are present in the plants, as turmeric in the curcumin, then quercetin which are present in fruits, and many compounds which are having the potential to prevent the cancer, but they have several drawbacks. So we have worked to overcome the drawbacks of those natural compounds and how they can be brought in safely into the cancer treatment. So this is again a computational study of the anti-cancer drug. So I will like to share these pictures. So this is the 96 well plate used for the anti-cancer drug screening. These are the experiments I have performed at the ACTREC, that is Advanced Center for Treatment, Education and Research in Cancer, Kharghar, Navi Mumbai. So you need to cover all your body when you are handling the cancer cells. Then these are the experiments. The dye is used to stain, that is sulfurodamine P assay. The dye is used to stain cancer cells. Micropipettes are used. Also I have performed the experiments on rat. So we were used to induce the breast cancer tumor from the human body into the rats. Then every day we measure the size of the tumor and weight of the animal. Every protocol is designed how to feed the rat, then how to inject the drug. So these are the experiments which are carried out at Tata Cancer Hospital, Kharghar, Navi Mumbai. These are some photographs. Left to me is Dr. Jyoti Kode, which is the scientist F, and she is the chairman of the anti-cancer drug screening laboratory at Kharghar, Tata Cancer Hospital. Right to me is director madam of ACTREC. For my cancer research, I received the best paper award by the hands of Dr. S.H. Pawar, who was the vice chancellor for the D.Y. Patil deemed university for developing molecules against the breast cancer. Also, I received the best paper award in international conference on cancer biology and translational research in 2020. I received this prize by the hands of Gokul Das, which is the chief scientist from the Roswell Park Cancer Research Institute, New York, USA. Again, several awards. I received total 7 international and 3 national awards for the cancer research. This is the granted Indian patent, copy of the granted Indian patent. We reported in this invention, we reported 10 new complexes which are highly active on the breast cancer. Those were the 3 complexes of the gold, 3 complexes of the platinum, and 4 complexes of the silver. So this was the news which was published in Times of India, that Solapur University researchers get a patent for breast cancer drug. So when I got the patent for these molecules, it was the February, and in February there is a National Cancer Day. So Shivaji University Vice Chancellor given a wide publicity to my patent. This was again a news that SUK Shivaji University researchers get a patent for anti-breast cancer drug. So there was a photograph of my guide Dr. Rashinkar and myself on the front page of the Daily Pudhari of Kolhapur with the Marathi news of our medicine developed on breast cancer. Then news in Sakal, Daily Pudhari, detailed news in Daily Pudhari. Then detailed news in Daily Lokmat. Then in news in Lok Satta, and there were interviews also in Daily Pune Prabhat. There were interviews on the ABP Masa. My guide Dr. Rashinkar and myself were interviewed by ABP Masa for this invention. I received Brand Kolhapur Award on 7th November 2021 by the auspicious hands of Honorable Vikas Kharge, who was the Principal Secretary of Chief Minister's Office, Maharashtra State Government, and Guardian Minister Honorable Satesh Patil and MLA Ruturaj Patil for developing the molecules against breast cancer and getting patent of that. Recently, on 17th September 2023, I received Sangola Taluka Bhushan Award as a prestigious local award for my research on cancer. Then 7 international and 3 national awards for the cancer paper presentations. Recently, I have wrote a book which is entitled as Molecular Drug Targets for Cancer Therapy. I have written a chapter on breast cancer in that book. Recently, I have also invited to serve as an editor on the Journal of Cancer Research and Cellular Interventions, USA, which is Olite Publishers from USA. I am working as a potential reviewer for the many reputed journals in the cancer research, like European Journal of Medicinal Chemistry published by Elsevier, then Anti-Cancer Agents in Medicinal Chemistry by Bentham Science, then Current Traditional Medicine by Bentham Science, and Chemistry Select by Willy. Also, I have not only limited my work to the laboratory. Also, I am interested to deliver the lectures on cancer awareness. So these are the some flyers of the lectures where I delivered the public lectures in public domain or in some colleges. This was the lecture delivered in PVPIT, which is in Sangli district. This was the lecture delivered at Ichalkaranji. More than 200 ladies were present for that lecture. Now coming to the future plans about my cancer research, I have applied for the 2 major projects. One is for the Department of Biotechnology, DBT, under the scheme Cancer Disease Biology, which is again under the evaluation. And I have also applied for the one major project costing 50 lakh, which is entitled as Development of New Low-Cost Potential Therapeutics for Hormone-Dependent Human Cancers, and positively this will be granted, which is in the final stage of its grant. Talking about my future plans, also I am writing one of the book which is based on plant-based compounds for the breast cancer prevention and therapy. So what my research has given me, my research on anti-cancer drug development has given me a patent, then several publications which makes my resume strong, awards, and recognition as a scientist. It is a very not a very big thing, but it is a very happy thing that when your research in the laboratory is recognized by the society, and ultimately money. But money, final message is that money is just a number for those who have a good knowledge. Finally, I want to give a message that we are fighting with our knowledge and our intellect. We are fighting with cancer, and as cancer is a multifactorial disease, it is a complex disease, genetic level disease, and we are not we are struggling to finding out the solution. But there is always hope in such critical situations. So I have finally quoted that hope is have only positive expectation. And thank you very much for your patience for listening. If you ask any questions, I will be happy to answer that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. Now I request dear participants, if you have any query, please come ahead and discuss to Honorable sir. Please welcome.
मी बंद केलं होतं.
नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते, बोला.
सर मैं जय सिंह बोल रहा हूँ. सर जो दिल्ली से और हरिद्वार तक का जो क्षेत्र है हमारा पश्चिम उत्तर प्रदेश का, इसमें एक हिंडन नदी है. हिंडन तो नाम आपने सुना ही होगा. जो ये हिंडन नदी है, ये दो नदियों को मिल के पीछे, ये यहाँ से दिल्ली से 60 किलोमीटर हरिद्वार की तरफ उत्तर में दो नदियाँ मिलके ये हिंडन बनती है. इसको हम काली नदी बोलते हैं. यानी ये हमारी लाइफ में सबसे गंदी और काली नदी है. इसका पानी बिल्कुल ब्लैक है. तो इस नदी के जो किनारे जो आसपास गांव हैं, तो वहाँ पर कैंसर के केस काफ़ी मिल रहे हैं. जैसे मेरे एक रिश्तेदार को कैंसर हुआ, उनका गांव इसी नदी के किनारे है. तो उसके जो लक्षण थे, मतलब वो दिल्ली आते थे, खुद आते थे, और जब वो चले गए इस दुनिया को छोड़ के, तो ऐसे चले, खेलते खेलते चले गए. तो फिर कोई भी ट्रीटमेंट उस पर काम नहीं किया. तो मेरी इस विषय में बात हुई थी सैन पाठक जी, जो अमेरिका में टेक्सास यूनिवर्सिटी में प्रोफेसर रिटायर हो चुके हैं, और वे एमडी है होस्टन में, यूएस में, कैंसर सेंटर में. तो उन्होंने ये बताया कि ये एक नई किस्म कैंसर की है. ऐसा आपको भी कुछ इसके विषय में जानकारी है क्या सर?
सर क्या हुआ है हमारे देश में, जो सब इंडस्ट्रियल इफ्लुएंस है, केमिकल वेस्ट है इंडस्ट्री का, वो सब नदियों में छोड़ देते हैं हम लोग. और क्या होता है कि पेस्टिसाइड्स दैट वी यूज, उसमें से बहुत से पेस्टिसाइड, आई हैव आल्सो कंडक्टेड रिसर्च ऑन पेस्टिसाइड्स पे भी बहुत मैंने रिसर्च किया है. सो जो WHO ने बैन किए हैं पेस्टिसाइड्स, उसका अनइथिकल स्टॉक्स बना के रखते हैं इंडिया में, एंड दोज आर चीपली अवेलेबल टू द फार्मर्स, एंड फार्मर्स हैव नो नॉलेज अबाउट दोज बैन पेस्टिसाइड्स, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर ऑर्गेनोक्लोरिन्स विच आर नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल, जो वातावरण में जाके उसका डिग्रेडेशन नहीं होता, वो वैसे ही रहते हैं. एंड ऑल दैट इज डिस्चार्ज अगेन इनटू द रिवर बॉडीज, वो सब रिवर बॉडीज में चला जाता है. आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो सही है. बहुत जगह पे इंडिया में जमीन जो है, सॉइल और पानी जो है वो इतना पोल्यूटेड हो चुका है पेस्टिसाइड की वजह से, केमिकल वेस्ट की वजह से. सो दैट इज कॉजिंग द मेजर कॉज ऑफ द कैंसर. दैट इज द मेजर कॉज ऑफ कैंसर नाउअडेज. हमारे कोल्हापुर में भी शिरोल करके एक तालुका है. देयर इज अ पेशेंट ऑफ कैंसर इन एवरी फैमिली देयर इन तालुका, and the major cause is the intake of pesticide through the water or food. हम लोगों ने इतना पेस्टिसाइड यूज किया है कि उसमें हमारे सब पानी या जमीन सब पोल्यूटेड हो चुका है, and whatever we are growing, that is becoming poison for us.
सर एक बात और बताना चाहूँगा. जैसे यमुना नदी और हिंडन नदी की दूरी ज़्यादा नहीं है बीच में, पूर्व पश्चिम है. यमुना नदी का जो मेरे गांव से होकर गुजरती है, वहाँ हम नहा कर सकते हैं ना यमुना नदी में, लेकिन दिल्ली में तो नहीं आके कर सकते. और जो ये हिंडन नदी है, इसमें अगर मैं इंडस्ट्री देखूँ, अगर सर सदैव लाल जो भगत सिंह को वकील फांसी दी गई थी, वो वकील थे, उसका एक मिल का इसमें पानी डलता है. तो जहाँ तक आपने पेस्टिसाइड की बात की है, तो इस पेस्टिसाइड की ही वजह से वो है, जबकि इस नदी के किनारे इंडस्ट्री या कोई ज़्यादा शहर नहीं है. तो क्या ये खेतों में जो पेस्टिसाइड हमारे यहाँ, मैं ये कहूँगा कि हमारे यहाँ पेस्टिसाइड के बगैर कोई भी खेती नहीं हो सकती. यानी 100% पेस्टिसाइड हर खेत में यूज की जा रही है. कोई भी हमारा खेत नहीं बचा. अगर हम पेस्टिसाइड नहीं डालेंगे तो गन्ना भी नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. ये पश्चिम में जो बेल्ट है, किसान बेल्ट बोली जाती है, इसके अंदर तो क्या ये पेस्टिसाइड का ही प्रभाव रहेगा क्या?
मेजोरिटीली सर कैंसर का जो इंसिडेंसेस हो रहा है वो पेस्टिसाइड की वजह से ही हो रहा है. आपने आमिर खान का जो सीरियल आता था सत्यमेव जयते, so Amir Khan also conducted one episode on pesticides only. तो हम इतना पेस्टिसाइड यूज करते हैं कि हमारी कंट्री में जो माता लैक्टेटिंग मदर्स अपने इन्फेंट को जो दूध पिलाती है, दैट इज अगेन हैविंग द स्ट्रेसेस ऑफ पेस्टिसाइड विच आर 200 टाइम्स मोर देन परमिसिबल लिमिट्स. कि माता का दूध भी इतना इन्फेक्टेड हो चुका है कि वो 200 पट ज्यादा पेस्टिसाइड देता है बच्चे को. One of the professor from IIT Kharagpur has conducted research on this. She collected the milk samples from such one village and brought it to the laboratory and tested by some electroanalytical techniques. And her finding is that the lactating mothers, their milk have pesticide residues 200 more times that human body can bear, beyond the permissible limits. अगर माता का दूध इतना पोल्यूटेड है तो जमीन और पानी और हवा की हम बात ही नहीं कर सकते. देयर इज अ स्पेशल कैंसर ट्रेन फ्रॉम पंजाब टू मुंबई फॉर ओनली ब्रिंगिंग कैंसर पेशेंट्स टू मुंबई टाटा.
सर आपके प्रेजेंटेशन और जो जानकारी है बहुत बेहतर रही सर. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका सर.
थैंक यू सर.
Welcome Dr. Swanand Shukla sir.
Thank you very much sir. Thank you Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir, Prashant sir and Dr. sir. A wonderful presentation and salute to your work, what you are doing in the field of oncology and other aspects. Wonderful. Thank you. You have mentioned about some chemical substances that is playing a role in the carcinogenesis, and then we have talked about some immune system disorders, and then no doubt, another one very important point what I want to say is, the frictions, like especially the dentures and the shoes and, this kind of frictions that also causes malignancy. That is also very common. People should know that, if they are having any sharp tooth or something like that, they should.
That can also cause oral cancers.
Because nowadays I've seen, means maximum number of patients are coming. They are not taking care of their oral hygiene as well as their dental structures, and that is why they develop this kind of cancers. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Sir, we have conducted one small community-based survey in a very tribal area of Surgana, where the people are, chewing tobacco and in the form of mishri. They are roasting the tobacco. And then we have done that, mouth opening test. Usually it is followed by periodic changes.
Yeah.
So we have done this kind of, and we could find out some potential of, pre-cancerous, pre-malignant conditions over there. So definitely it is one of the biggest problem of our country. Still people are not much aware in the tribal and very rural areas. So there are some danger signals, and everyone should know about these danger signals. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Sir, I belong to homeopathic field. We are, treating cancers, and over here we treat, we try to find out the psychology of the person and especially the life experiences of the person, and we could we are connecting those things with the cancerous conditions. So like that, we are treating with the homeopathic medicines also. So thank you very much, sir. You talk about various drug molecules and your patents and your publication. So huge work you have done, and really credit goes to you and salute to your work, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, good evening. Thanks for discussion with him. It was a conference, international conference, past few months ago, and we have learned about this personality from his speech. He was attended the conference, international conference, and it was a great work, and it is great work. We will wish all the best to him for future, for painless cure of the treatment of the cancer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
सूर्या व्यास
जी।
सर बोला.
नमस्कार जी।
नमस्कार.
मैं जोधपुर से सूर्य प्रकाश व्यास बोल रहा हूँ. आपका प्रस्तुतिकरण बहुत ही सुंदर और ज्ञानवर्धक था और उसके लिए आपको बहुत ही धन्यवाद. एक मैंने सुना है कि मतलब कल्याण में मैंने पढ़ा था कि ये कैंसर की प्रारंभिक अवस्था में गोमूत्र और उसके द्वारा भी इसका इलाज संभव है. इस क्षेत्र में कुछ और क्या कुछ प्रगति हो सकती है, इसका क्या उपयोग हो सकता है, उसके बारे में धन्यवाद.
सर, लेकिन इसमें चल रहा है, ये सब एक्सपेरिमेंट्स चल रहा है. स्टिल देयर इज नो साइंटिफिक एविडेंस that cow urine can be useful in cancer treatment. इस पे बहुत लोग काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अभी तक उसमें कोई साइंटिफिक स्टडी नहीं है स्ट्रॉन्ग जो सपोर्ट कर सके इसको. पीपल आर ट्राइंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग.
अच्छा जी, धन्यवाद.
इतना तो हम कहेंगे कि तंबाकू खाने से वो अच्छा है काउ यूरिन पीना.
It is better to quit the tobacco chewing. Smoking, tobacco chewing, excessive alcohol consumption. If we avoid this, और जो हम एक्सरसाइज से करना चाहिए वो सब करते हैं तो हम उसको लाइफस्टाइल डिसीज है दूर रख सकते हैं.
गुटखों से तो युवाओं की पूरा जीवन खराब हो चुका है.
Yes, sure, sir. In Solapur, what I witnessed due to tobacco chewing or gutka, most of the cancer incidences patients are between 30 to 35. Majority patients are in between 30 to 35 years.
मैं आपको सर एक इंसिडेंट बता रहा हूँ सर. मैं आपको एक इंसिडेंट बताऊं सर. मेरे साथ में एक लड़का पढ़ता था, बहुत साल पहले की बात है, 9th-10th में. तो वो लड़का मेरे को बता रहा था कि मैं रात को सोते समय एक गुटखा अपने तकिए के नीचे रखता हूँ और सवेरे उठते ही मुंह है ना जो उठते ही से गुटखा लेता हूँ. उसका मुंह और ऐसा देखने से अपने को लगता था कि इसकी क्या स्थिति है, खुलता नहीं था और ऐसी स्थिति भी देख चुके सर.
Now this is proven things. All these are the proven things that tobacco, then smoking cause cancer. So there is no argument. It causes cancer, and also there is warning on itself on the packet. But we ignore that warning and we just take it.
इसमें मेरे एक मानना है कि इसमें संगत का भी बहुत बड़ा असर होता है. आपका सराउंडिंग्स कौन सा है वो सबसे बड़ा कारण बनता है.
So that is a social factor. Your surrounding is also very important.
जी, धन्यवाद.
Sir, excuse me. I want to add some point like oils, what we are edible oil, what we are using, as well as the toothpaste what we are using. If suppose we are exposing ourselves to one kind of chemical, of course these are chemicals. You know, we could put the chemical structures in that. So if you are exposing ourselves, you know that also causes malignancy. So usually that comes that we should change the edible oil as well as toothpaste, and if you are eating some kind of things.
Many edible oils nowadays we use that is refined, and without nickel you cannot refine oils. So nickel, there is a brand called Gemini oil. So last time government FDA they put a raid where they seal some stock of the Gemini oil, and that was containing nickel in very high quantities, and all those samples were carcinogenic. So edible oil, refined edible oil is again a cause of cancer. Nickel is carcinogenic, which is used in refining of oils.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sir, many factors are there. Asbestos. US UK में क्या करते हैं सर, शिप बनाने का इंडस्ट्री होता है उन लोगों का, जो बड़े बड़े शिप होते हैं, लेकिन शिप ब्रेक करने का, तोड़ने का इंडस्ट्री केरला में, इंडिया में. So what people they do, they construct big ships, they use it, and then when it expires, its life ends, they send it to Kerala for breaking. for destroying that, and that is made up of huge quantities of asbestos. And we, the poor people Indians, for daily wages we go for that industry. वो जो शिप तोड़ने का इंडस्ट्री है उधर लोग जाते हैं काम करने को. 500 लोग 500 रुपया कमाते हैं दिन का और कैंसर लेके आते हैं. So that is called professional hazard. जहाँ पे काम करते हैं वहां से कैंसर लेके आते हैं. उनको मिलता है दिन का 500 रुपया और कैंसर लेके आते हैं जिसका ट्रीटमेंट करोड़ों में भी नहीं होता.
Sir, also asbestos is used in cement factories. There is also same problem.
Asbestos is a proven carcinogen. Many such chemicals are there. Even some insects can cause cancer. They secrete some quinones compounds and they can cause cancer. Some insects also cause cancer.
Ugade sir,
So awareness is a very important thing. So also while applying to the major project, I have written that I will conduct in several talukas the lectures on cancer awareness. Not my project work will be only limited to the laboratory research. I will also go into the society and I will conduct some lectures. Also, I want to congratulate Dr. Swanand Shukla sir. Again, he is a homeopathic practitioner and doing excellent things among the tribals.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Honorable Jaivir Singh sir, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, and Surya Vyas sir for this discussion, and also answered very Honorable Prakash sir answered it very well. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Bedkar sir. Sir, please come ahead and give some words for today's session, please.
Thank you, Prashant Ugade sir, and today's resource person, Dr. Prakash Bansode sir, who is patent holder, scientist, and the best researcher, and trying to cure the patients with less pain in the drug area. So we salute your work, sir. It's a need of the society, because I have said that from ancient age it is started, this cancer. Nowadays which treatments are very hard and for very painful for the patient. This we are seeing in the surrounding of us. The environment is polluted, as you have said that it was firstly time I was listened from you that the milk also is infant milk is also polluted. So these are the very serious problems with our society and with our daily habits. So by using this or by watching this your speech and your work where you taught about the learn awareness camps to the society, that will be more fruitful, because we have to take care of ourselves by losing some habits which are causing to the cancer. Your work is so great, sir, for all useful for the society. We hope in future you can do so many best things for the cancer patients and other drugs. Also you have started to filing project at the same time for the society awareness. It was a great thing for us. First time I just listened up from you that some insects also causing the cancer. So all these things are so much new for us, because all we are not from the biology chemistry side but from arts commerce science side. Your speech will give some support to those who are taking care of our health to avoid the cancer. Your journal, your publication, your hard work, your patent, all these things are ideal for the teacher, how one teacher can contribute for the society. Thank you, sir. In future also you will be most welcome for us. Thank you, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir. As we have introduced Dr. Prakash Bansode sir today to this webinar series, because in this webinar series anyone can participate, from scientist to the teacher also, and we discuss here daily education, finance, health, all these issues here. Dr. Swanand Shukla sir is also a future resource person of us, and in homeopathy what he is doing you have just noted it. We are proud of that. We have such rich resource person in our webinar series. and we will be in continued in future also. Thank you, sir, to Jaivir Singh sir, to Vyas sir, those who have taken interest for discussing with you, for taking knowledge scientific from you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for nice discussion and patientful listening, sir, and giving me opportunity. And thank you all for patientful listening. Thank you. Good night to all.
Just wait for formal vote of thanks, sir.
Just
Our
wait.
sir, you can.
You have left, I think.
Oh, sir.
Thank you, Bedkar sir.
You can express vote of thanks, sir, Prashant sir.
Yes, yes, sir. So thank you very much, sir. So before to vote of thanks, I remember these two quotes regarding the cancer disease. Cancer is like a teacher daughter, and once it is said that cancer is just like a chapter in our lives and not the whole story. The author said that cancer is just like a marathon. You can't look at the finish line. You take it moment by moment, sometimes breath by breath, and other times step by steps. So with this, now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, is organized World Record Series 2. Today we have completed 208th day of the series, and the topic for today's presentation was batting with cancer. Now this topic have presented by Honorable Dr. Prakash Bansode sir. Very sincerely, step-by-step presentation was in his lecture. Sir have explained all those details, brought the whole history about the cancer disease, the definition of the cancers, then the cancer's terminology, different types of cancers, then the treatment of cancers, cell cycles of the cancers, and at last classification of the diseases. And at the end, sir have mentioned that types of anti-cancer drugs. Now these points have covered in your lecture, sir, so sincerely. Really, it was very useful today's session for us. You brought the history in front of us regarding cancer. Now we should not get fear to the cancers if there are the doctors like you in the world. So thanks a lot. You are being with us and paid your valuable time to us, sir. Thank you very much. Then I thank to the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Dr. Principal Sir, Principal M. Bedkar Sir. I thank the colleagues from my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale Sir, Dr. Anita Dole Madam, Honorable Praveen Utge Sir. Then I thanks Dr. Swanand Shukla Sir, Honorable Jaivir Singh Sir, Surya Vyas Sir, who have participated in the discussion session, also asked the queries in the session. So thanks to you. And at last, thanks all those dear attendees, our very sweet participants. Every day you join the series regularly and enhance the beauty of the series. Even you encourages us, and that's why we are moving forward our series. So thanks a lot to you all. Now I request all the participants, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So with the kind permission of the chief organizer, I declare that today's session is over. Once again, I thank Prakash sir for the wonderful lecture. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.